What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have a brother of the RC leading RC136WGS. This time around we got the RC136WGS, and this is a Wi-Fi FPV version of the quadcopter that I just got done doing a review. And the RC136WGS did okay. It wasn't really fantastic, but it had a little bit of jello. It had a little bit of issue, but it did okay. Now this one is basically the same thing. As you can see, the quadcopter is identical, and I put them side by side, and I cannot tell the difference between the Wi-Fi version and the 5.8 gigahertz version. As you can see on the bottom here, it also has the antenna in the same spot, but the only difference is it has a little wire sticking out of the antenna, and the Wi-Fi version has this, and the 5.8 gigahertz FPV version just has that little stump of an antenna, and it doesn't have this silver part sticking out. It also has the micro SD card slot, in which on the product page, this one says it takes only up to 4 gigabyte micro SD card. Now the 5.8 gigahertz version on the product page described it as being able to support 4 to 32 gigabyte micro SD card. So that could be the difference. It comes with the same battery. It has that push button on and off, and the 4 light indicator, and it has all of the same functions like follow me. It has the circle me, so that is one thing very, very good. It must have another GPS installed in the remote control as well. And now that you can see that the remote control is different as well on this baby here, it has the Wi-Fi phone clip, and my iPhone 6 Plus fits on it very well. And it's just a clip-on, and the remote control is a little bit on the toyish side here. It has some kind of resemblance to the JJRC type of remote control, I'm thinking. Okay, there's the phone clip, and it was very easy to put on there. You just kind of push it out and it comes off, and when you want to put it in, you just slide it back in here and snap it in place, and it stays on. Very solid. I love the phone clip. But there's the buttons. This button over here is the photo and video button, but it is described as not being able to function because it is a Wi-Fi FPV unit. So we're going to have to take photos and videos with the Wi-Fi phone app. Yeah, it comes with the phone app as well, so we're going to check that out. This button over here on the right is the return to home button this time around. So this is the one push button, and the quadcopter will come back and land itself to the home point. And we got the throttle and the pitch here. Now down pressing on the pitch stick will change the speeds. I believe it has 2 speeds. Now this trim button here has a function. It is the follow me mode button. Okay, so this one is the follow me, and this one is the return to home, and this button over here adjusts the remote controllability of the camera angle. Okay, so we're going to check that out. It moves the camera, tilts the camera up and down, so that is still a feature on this Wi-Fi version as well, as we have seen in the 5.8 gigahertz version. Now this button here is the circle me button. Okay, so that one is a circle me, so I'm anxious to see if it works just as well as the 5.8 gigahertz FPV version. And this button here is the 1 key to take off and 1 key to land. So they all have functions on this one as well, instead of being trim buttons. Okay, so that is just fantastic. But it is a downgraded remote control, and on the product page it says FPV distance is 100 meters, guys. So not the greatest FPV distance. The control distance of the remote control, however, is described as being 800 meters. So they're saying it is the same distance as this remote control here that came with the 5.8 gigahertz version with the nice antennas sticking up and everything. So I'm kind of surprised that they have the same amount of distance, considering the different quality of the remote control. So I'm not going to really test the distance on this baby here. I'm just going to test the functionality and such. Or we'll do a distance test maybe in the future on both of these quadcopters, since both of them do have fail-safe return to home if you lose connection on the quadcopters. Now there's a sequence to calibrate the gyros of the quadcopter. Calibrating the compass of the quadcopter is throttle stick to the bottom and left, and pitch stick to the up and to the right will initiate a compass calibration, and you do that calibration dance. Throttle stick to the upper left corner and pitch stick to the bottom and to the right corner will calibrate the gyro of the quadcopter. Okay, now the return to home has different functionality, of course, that one push button return to home, and of course it has a fail-safe return to home. In case you lose connectability with the remote control, it will return fail-safe return to home. So that is fantastic. It also has a low voltage return to home as well, and it also has that 30-meter geofencing feature as well. So the first initial stage of the low voltage, it will return itself within the 30 meters around the remote control and hover, and you can still fly around. And then second stage of low voltage return to home function will land itself. Okay, so we're going to test all those functions out. Now it comes with the same battery as its brother. It is the 7.4 volt 1500 milliamp size battery, but on the product page it has a less flight time. It says the flight time is only 15 minutes or 14 minutes, whereas the 5.8 gigahertz FPV one had a flight time of 20 minutes, I believe. Yeah, I believe it said 20 minutes. And I did get right around 20 minutes with it as well. So I'm curious as to see how much of a flight time we get with this one with the same battery. It's just a Wi-Fi FPV unit, and it shouldn't use up more battery power than the 5.8 gigahertz FPV unit. So I'm kind of curious as to see that as well. So let's go for a little demo flight with the RC Leadings RC136WGS. All right, we are just about ready to go with the RC136WGS version of this quadcopter here. So I got my phone already attached, and let's go ahead and shove the battery into the battery bay. Oh, there's a little notch. And let's go ahead and turn this baby on. Hold the power button for a few seconds, and the blue lights indicate a full charge. So let's go ahead and turn on the remote. And I believe it is bound, but we're going to have to wait until it acquires the satellite. So the lights are flashing rapidly, so it is on the lookout for some satellites. So we'll wait until it acquires all of the necessary satellites, the GPS satellites. They are not telling us how many it needs to be acquired, and we have no way of knowing how many, but as long as the lights go solid, we are good to go. So we're going to wait until the lights go solid on this baby here, and hopefully that is pretty soon. Okay, all right, the lights are solid, guys, so we are good to go here. So let's go ahead and calibrate this baby now. The light on the remote control should blink. That's what it says on the product instruction manual, and the lights on the quadcopter should be solid. Then it is ready to go. So that is kind of annoying. It should be solid, but it is on the blink. Okay, so let's do a compass calibration here, and stick to the bottom and this stick to the top, and at which time the light starts to flash and indicating that it needs to be calibrated. So rotating the quadcopter horizontally 3 times, okay, and then pick it up, and with the nose down, rotate it once, twice, and 3 times as well. And the lights should go solid after that. So we gotta wait until the lights go solid now, and there you go, the lights are solid. Now the gyro calibration, throttle stick to the top and to the left, and pitch stick to the bottom and to the right. It will calibrate the gyros. Let's hold it there for a while, and there you go. Lights flash and then they stop. So we got everything calibrated and we are good to go. Now I'm going to turn on my phone here and go into the Wi-Fi section of the settings, and we are going to turn it on. RC leading. We're going to hook up to the Wi-Fi network of the RC leading 1080p. It is being connected here, and we are connected. Going to the RC leading app. Yeah, it is just called RC leading, and there's another photo of another quadcopter by RC leading. I'm going to hit the play, and we got Wi-Fi FPV. We got connection here, and looks to be slightly facing down. So let's go ahead and check out the tilt angle of the camera. There you go, guys. Did you see that? Okay, going down, going all the way up. There you go. We got a little bit higher video. Now I am able to see some horizon, so that is fantastic. Hopefully it takes good videos. Okay, so let's go ahead and take some photos here. Okay, there you go. Took a photo there. Let me go ahead and take the phone off the clip here. Hopefully we don't get a Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz transmission interference with the remote control. Okay, took another photo. Took another photo. Now I don't have a micro SD card inserted, so we are taking a photo directly to the phone app. Okay, let me take another photo here. Okay. Okay, so we have taken some photos. And I'm going to hit that video icon, and again we are taking a video directly into the phone app. I do not have a micro SD card inserted. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and record video on the Wi-Fi phone app to see what kind of quality we are getting here. It has the same 5 megapixel HD camera as the 5.8 gigahertz brother, so it should take pretty good photos and videos. Okay, so let's go ahead and take off here. I believe both sticks to the right, bottom and out, arms the motors, and both sticks to the bottom and out again, disarms the motors. Okay, both sticks to the bottom and in, arms the motors as well, and both sticks to the bottom and in, disarms the motors as well. So let's go ahead and arm the motors and hit this one key to take off. All right, just hold the button down for a little bit, and it is a 1 key to take off, and it is doing some GPS rock and roll. Yeah, it is not holding still, guys. It is just wobbling here. It should hold still, but it is doing some kind of a wobble. So I think there's something wrong here. So I'm going to go ahead and land this baby, because that shouldn't be happening, because we do have GPS and it does not seem to be locked in. So let's go ahead and land this baby by hitting that 1 key to land. Let's see if it lands. And it's wobbly, and it is landing. It has slowed down and it is landing by itself, and the motors are shutting off. Maybe the compass calibration wasn't done correctly. Whenever it wobbles like that, it doesn't hold altitude and position, and it is a GPS quad. There's something wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video for now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and recalibrate the compass. So Throttle stick to the top, to the left, pitch to the bottom and to the right. Hold it there. Okay, the lights are flashing. That must have been the gyro calibration, sorry. To the bottom and to the left, and pitch to the top and to the right. There you go. That's the compass calibration lights, and we are going to rotate it once, twice, 3 times horizontally, and nose down once, twice, and 3 times, and at which time the lights should go solid, like the 5.8 gigahertz model that I tested. It went solid, and the lights did go solid again this time around. So let's go ahead and see if it works this time. So arming the motors, there we go, and I'm taking a video once again, and we are going to hit that 1 kilo takeoff one more time. And check that out. Now it is not doing that weird circular maneuver. It is holding relatively still now. So it must have been the compass calibration that I didn't do correctly the first time around. And now the battery life indicator is just 3 bars, guys. So I wasted about 25% of battery life already. So let's go ahead and lift it up. And yeah, I got good controls now. It is not wobbling like before. It just has a very slight GPS rock and roll, and it is holding position. So let me go ahead and do that little maneuver where I pull the quadcopter away to make it angry. Yeah, let me go down in altitude just a little bit to eye level here, and then this is the position it's trying to hold. So I'm taking it away. It's getting angry. Yeah, getting really angry. Let go. And it went back to the location where it was locked in. Alright, so the GPS is working. Alright, so now what we are going to do is, we kind of already tested the 1 key to land because I landed it already, but we're going to do that one more time. 1 key to land. Check it out. 1 key to land works very nice. Very slow landing itself. Does a small little hop, and the motors shut off. Alright, so that is fantastic. Wait a minute, I don't have my landing pad. Let me bust out my landing pad. Alright, I got my landing pad out, and I got the quadcopter on the landing pad this time. So there we go. Now we can test out the return to home function. So let's go ahead and arm it. We're taking video still, by the way. Okay, it takes off like it really wants to go somewhere. Okay, so we're gonna test out the return to home function, and at which time now it's doing a return to home by itself. I didn't really need to test it out. Oh, look at that. And the lights are not even flashing. And it's coming down by itself. What the hey? No, no, no. It just done a return to home function all by itself. I didn't initiate it. Well, at least it's getting pretty close to the landing pad there. So that was kind of funky. So I wasn't able to test it out with the push of the button. And we have 3 bars of battery still left. Okay, what was that? Arming the motors. 1 key to take off. Go up in altitude a little bit. Don't tell me it's got that return to home function again. So I'm going to push it out. Please don't do that again. Okay, so it's just holding still right there. Okay, this time around it is not doing that self return to home. No, it's doing that self return to home. again. I didn't push any buttons, and the lights on the bottom are solid, guys. So there's some kind of a problem going on with the return to home stuff on this WGS model. I'm not able to go far. That's not good. Okay, it's doing the return to home by itself again, and the lights are not flashing, so I know it's not in the LVC. So it's landed itself slightly away from the launch pad. Okay, now do we have an issue with the Wi-Fi connection with the remote control and being connected to the Wi-Fi FPV with the Wi-Fi phone app? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that video, okay, and I'm going to turn off the app, and I'm going to go into my settings, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off my Wi-Fi connectability here and turn my phone off as well. So we're not connected via Wi-Fi FPV at all to the phone. So now we're just connected to the remote control. So let's go ahead and check out its functions with just a hard remote. Let's arm it, okay, and take off manually here. We still got solid life, so we got battery life here. So let me push it out about the same distance as I just done before. Okay, and let it hover there for a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't activate its return to home all of a sudden again. Okay, testing it out, letting time pass by and seeing if it does that, and check it out. No, it is not doing that. So there's some kind of an issue while you are connected with the Wi-Fi phone app. Again, it's another issue going on with the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connectability and the 2.4 gigahertz hard remote connectability. Ongoing issue, guys. So let's go ahead and test out the return to home now. I'm going to hit this button. Okay, it's beeping and the quadcopter is heading back towards its home point. And the lights are still solid, so we're not in LVC. It is situating itself right above the home point, and it should start to descend. I think it's going to miss it. It's getting a little bit closer to my location here. So there you go. Push button return to home function on the RC136WGS. And it has landed itself. Don't flip over, please. And the motors have shut off. So I'm going to head and turn off the return to home function. So that worked perfectly, no problem, without the Wi-Fi phone app connected, of course. Arming the motors one more time. Now let's test out the fail-safe return to home where I lose connection. I'm going to turn off the remote control while the quadcopter is away. Okay, so let this baby cruise out there. And let's hold it right over there. And then let's go ahead and turn off the remote control. But let's wait a little bit just to make sure it's not doing a return to home by itself. Okay, it's holding still, holding its GPS position, and it's holding it very well, by the way. So let's go ahead and turn off the remote. It's rising up and it's coming back. Yep, the fail-safe return to home is working. So we still got solid lights, so we're not in the LVC once again. And look at that. It is doing the descending section of the return to home. So fail-safe return to home is working out just fine. All right. So that's just around the location where it took off from, I guess. I didn't put it back on the launch pad. So there you go, guys. The fail-safe return to home on the WGS version of the RC136 is working out just fine. Now let's go ahead and test out the I'm sorry, the remote control was off. I did the fail-safe. I gotta turn it back on. Let's see if it connects. Okay, double beep. Hopefully that connected it. And let's see if it arms. Nice. It reconnects very well. Let's see if it takes off by itself. Nope. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn it up and cruise around. Now looks like I have 2 bars of battery life. Let me go ahead and bring it down here. Oh, that rock and roll is pretty dangerous. Okay, let me verify that I got 2 light bars. Yeah, I got 2 light bars, and I think we're not in the LVC yet because the lights are solid. Okay, so let's go ahead and test out speed number 2. Okay, we are in speed number 2, guys. Okay, it's got some speed. Oh, guess what? It's rising up in altitude, and it has initiated the first stage of fail-safe or low voltage. Okay, lights are blinking, so now we are in a geo-fencing stage of the low voltage. So here we go. We are not able to go beyond 30 meters. See that? The lights are flashing now. Okay, so let me push it out, and let me show you what I'm doing. I'm pushing it, pitching forward, and I'm continuing to pitch forward, but the quadcopter is returning to this location here, or close to it. Okay, and it just hovers. It does not land, it's just hovering to let us still play, but it won't go beyond that 30-meter geofence. So once again, pushing it out, and look at that, it rises up and it comes back. Okay, so one more time, let's push it out, and hits that 30 meters, rises up in altitude, and it returns. It doesn't return to home, it just hovers above you. Okay, so the lights are flashing, so that is the first stage of LVC. And in the second, ooh, the birds just, wow. Were those eagles? Wow, nice. They just passed right by to check it out. Nice. Okay, so now we are going to see what it does in the second stage. Oh, the birds are just cruising around. Check that out, man. Nice. Okay, I know it's their territory that I'm playing with. Okay, we got the second stage of low voltage. Now it is coming down. It is returning to home, and the home point is right there. So it is coming down. Wow, there's birds all over the place today. So there you go, guys. The second stage of the low voltage return to home function. Nice. Okay, so this one now is indicating a single battery bar, and that is how it should be. I believe when it has 2 battery bars left, it will go into the first initial stage of the low voltage, which is the 30-meter geofencing, altitude and horizontal. And when it hits that 1 bar, it will return to home and land itself while within the 30-meter geofence. Okay, so that is the RC136 and the return to home functions. Alright, here we go once again. What I do have now is a brand new battery in there, but this time I do have a micro SD card inserted, a 4GB micro SD card. I just want to find out whether or not it will record at all directly to the micro SD card. So we're going to raise the camera all the way to the top position there, and since I've already done the compass calibration and all that, I don't need to do that again. So let's go ahead and arm the motors. There we go, and take off, and let's let it hover right around here, and I'll take a photo. Okay, yaw a little bit, take another photo, take another photo. I think I'm just taking a photo of the ground. Take a photo there, photo there, photo there, photo there. I might be just wasting my time taking photos. Maybe it does work, maybe it doesn't, but I'm going to test it out anyway. I'm going to hit the button. Now down pressed it for a couple seconds, and it beeped, and it is taking a video. So hopefully it is taking a video. Okay, because what I'm about to do is test out the follow me. Oh, another bird coming to check out the quad. Check it out. Birds love to check out the quadcopters, don't they? I believe this is the follow me button. So let's go ahead and press it. There you go. It situated itself and it is looking at me. So I'm going to go ahead and start walking this way. And yep, it is doing a follow me. And hopefully I got video to show you that it is following me. So because of the Wi-Fi phone app connection interferes with the 2.4 gigahertz remote control. So look at that. It is following me. And if I go away from it, yep, it is continuing to follow me. And if I go forward and go towards it, it is moving back. So this unit also has some kind of a GPS on the remote control, and it is not using the phone connection, the GPS, to do the follow me and the circle me. So this baby here has a GPS installed as well. Okay, now hopefully I'm right situated where the camera is looking directly at me. Now let's do a, well, let me get out of the follow me first. Let me do a circle me. Okay, press the button. And does it activate a circle me? No, it is not doing a circle me on this one here. Am I still in the follow me? Nope. It is just hovering in that spot. So let me go ahead and hit that button again. There you go. It has activated a circle me. Yep. The first time around didn't work, but now the second time around it is working. And it is doing a circle me, and it has that GPS rock and roll, but now it has got it down. It's got the speed and the radius, and it is doing a circle me. So hopefully I'm taking videos as well, guys, so I can show you the video. But without the Wi-Fi phone app turned on and connected, it is functioning, the follow me as well as the circle me, and that is just fantastic. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna hit that. Well, let me test it out with going reverse, pitching back like its brother. It did not do that circle me after I pulled back, and this one as well, it is stopped doing its circle me around as well. So if you redirect it with the pitch, it will stop its circle me, and you have to press that button again. One more time, a couple seconds later, it will start to do a circle me. Yep, same thing like its brother. But I'm surprised that this remote control is doing it. It's got the GPS unit in here. So the quadcopter knows that this has a GPS and is circling around this unit right here. So that is just fantastic. So let's go ahead and stop the circle me. And so let's bring it in. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit this video record button, long press it. So hopefully we took video on the micro SD card. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and land this baby now. And we're going to try it out with the Wi-Fi phone app on, so I can do another segment of this follow me and circle me, and hopefully take videos for sure with the Wi-Fi phone app. Okay, let's go ahead and hit that one key to land, and it should just automatically land itself. And there you go, landing itself. It lands pretty good though, very nice, and motors turn off as well. All right, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the micro SD card out and safe keep it. Got my phone out now, and I'm going to go ahead and connect with the Wi-Fi network of the RC leading, and we are connected, hitting that app, and we got connection, Wi-Fi FPV connection. Uh-oh, it froze. Okay, it gained it back. All right. So what we are going to do is hit that record button. Okay, it is recording. I'm going to leave the phone away from the remote control and not clipped onto the remote control. So we're going to test out the Follow Me and the Circle Me with the phone app recording the video. Okay, let's go ahead and take off. Hopefully it doesn't malfunction. Okay. So far so good. So let me go ahead and hit that Follow Me. Oh no. Oh, I hit the return to home. Sorry about that. I hit the return to home and I hit it again to turn it off. So you can hit it again to turn off the return to home. Yeah, I got confused with the 5.8 gigahertz brother. It had the Follow Me right up here. So this one has the Follow Me with the trim button. So let's go ahead and hit that. It turned itself around and it's looking towards me. Let me see if I can raise the camera all the way to the top, and hopefully it is. Okay, let's go ahead and move this way. Yep, it is doing a Follow Me with the Wi-Fi phone app turned on and recording the video. So I will have both videos hopefully with the micro SD card and the phone app, and I'm going towards it and it is backing up. It is continuing to back up. So there you go. The Follow Me is working. So let me get out of the Follow Me and let me go back a little bit, and right around there I'm gonna hit the Circle Me button. Couple seconds and it should start to move. There you go. Circle Me is working. Nice. Okay, hopefully we're getting that video with the Wi-Fi phone app. It's doing a rock and roll. Circle Me at the moment, wobbling back and forth until it has got it now. It's now steady and it is doing a Circle Me very nicely now. Yeah, so maybe when I have the phone hooked up to the phone clip, it is too close to the remote control and it is causing some kind of a jamming effect. Having the phone way over there and the remote control here, maybe that's doing the job. Okay, so Circle Me works fantastic, so I'm going to go ahead and hit that Circle Me button one more time to get out of the Circle Me, and let's raise it up in altitude. And the lights are blinking just right now. So we are in a 30-meter geofencing mode at the moment. So this is the first stage of the low voltage. All right, but it is not moving around, so I'm just going to stay up there and just yaw a little bit and take some videos. Let me raise it up even more. It will not go up. It is stuck there. As you can see, I'm throttling up and it will not go any higher than 30 meters, guys. So that is the geofencing. Okay, so let me go ahead and bring it down. See, it'll come down, however. Okay, so if I press it forward, it will hit 30 meters and it'll bounce back. There you go. Geofencing is working. Anyways, since we have already tested out all of those functions, let's go ahead and bring this baby in now. It is working fine. Oh, now it has initiated the low voltage return to home. It is in the second stage of that low voltage. And it is, no, it is just still that 30 meter geofencing. I got psyched out there. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this baby in. I'm going to go ahead and hit that 1 kilo land. So it should land itself. I'm going to control its path of landing. So I'm going to move it towards the landing pad real quick and see if I can land it on the landing pad. I almost got it, and it hit the landing pad and it's quivering and it comes to a stop. If I just let it go, it would have landed okay, but I moved it around and it grabbed the bottom of the landing pad there with its legs. So yeah, it did a fantastic job. And let's see, I'm gonna go over, oh, again, we have 3 bars of life still yet on this battery. And it is in the return to home already. So I'm in the low voltage, second stage of low voltage, in between the first and the second stage of low voltage. So that is kind of a funky. We still have a lot of flight time left on that battery, but it is again initiated at low voltage, the first stage, a little bit early. Okay. Let me grab that phone. I'm still recording, as you can see, and I'm going to hit that record button and that should be saved. So let me go ahead and hit that and check out the video. I do have some videos in here from the earlier flights, so we'll take a look at that once we get home. Let's take a look at the photos. Yeah, I do have a bunch of photos as well, so we're going to take a look at that once we get home. All right. Alright, just got done flying the RC136, the WGS version of the quadcopter, and so far it did fantastic. The only problem that we are having again is the connectivity with the Wi-Fi phone apps, 2.4 gigahertz connectivity, as well as the remote controls frequency, the 2.4 gigahertz connectivity. So they interfere with each other, and it makes the quadcopter do some kind of weird maneuvers, and it also initiates the return to home function prematurely without any button pressing. So that is one of the faults of this quadcopter, and with many other quadcopters that utilizes the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi FPV control connectivity. So there you have it, guys. But everything else worked fantastic. The follow me, the circle me, and all of the return to home push button return to home, the fail-safe return to home, and the 30-meter geofencing in the first stage of the low voltage worked fantastic, and the second stage of low voltage where it landed itself worked fantastic as well. So very nice. It's okay. So there you have it, guys, the RC136WGS. So thank you very much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.